Hey guys, Morgan's Maintenance, episode 110 of Guess the Trades, where subscribers send in their loadouts. We take a look at the pictures and see if we can guess in the comment section below what it is that they do with those tools. Well, back in episode 109, we looked at Austin's loadout of his Veto Pro Pack TPXL. Lots of great tools in there, a few unique tools as well that I wasn't sure exactly what they were for. What was it that he did with those tools? Well, he said in an email to me that he is a field network technician, mainly installing two-way radios in vehicles. So some of you were guessing like car audio installer. I remember several people kind of guessing along those lines. Some people even may have said something about radios as well. So some of you were like right on it as far as the guessing. So very good guessing. And again, appreciate you, Austin, for sending your loadout. He even said that one tool with the red handle and the little tube was for fishing wire through those things, like through grommets and things. I think some of you even answered that. That was a question I had while I was filming the video. So appreciate you again, Austin, sending your loadout. Episode 110 today is going to be a reload episode. That means we've already looked at this person's loadout before. We've already guessed what it is they do, so we've already found out the answer. But they have something new about their loadout that's something that they want us to take a look at, and it's sometimes something that would be useful to some of you. Maybe it's a new tool or new bag that many of you have been looking into. And today's episode is going to be Eddie Fisher. He was back in episode 65 with the Veto Pro Pack Camo TPXL, not the XXL, but the XL. And then he also told us that he was an HVAC helper and then heavy in DIY at the time. Well, today he's got the same bag, the Camo TPXL, but he's got some new tools, and he also has the Veto little small bucket, the UB1B, hung off the side. Many of you have been looking into those buckets and you'd like to see pictures of loadouts of those. How do they fit on bags? All those kinds of things. So this might be a very good video for some of you who've been looking into the Veto buckets. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to check out Eddie Fisher's new loadout, see if we've got any questions for him, and ultimately just check out his new tools. But let's go ahead and jump into it. So here is the first picture. Again, Veto Pro Pack TPXL Camo Edition. Left side over there is that UB1B. We're going to see the loadout of that. Looks like he's also got a JBL speaker on the front, and then I'm running an M12 on the right side. But here is the left side with that UB1B. So inside of that, he's got a meter along with some test leads. He's also got a tape measure clipped onto the outside of it, a little parts tray clipped onto the D-ring along with a tape loop for some electrical tape. And then looks like he's also got a fastback knife, but that may be moved over onto his bag, so we'll probably see that in just a minute. So here is the other side. Again, he's running M12. He's also got a Klein non-contact voltage tester and looks like a Klein Scribe pencil as well. Here is the back side. So he's got a hammer tucked in the back flap. Also, he has made himself a canvas camo bag that fits on there. I did that back with the TP4B or TP3B a long time ago. I found a little bag like that fit on the back. That's a good way to kind of add a little bit extra space onto several bags like that. Most of the Veto bags that are kind of this kind of setup, you can typically find some kind of canvas bag that has little rings on both sides. You can attach it with the carabiners, zip ties, whatever it is. Just that's a good option to be able to add like basically a whole nother pouch onto your bag. So he's got that there. Next picture is that opened up. Looks like he's got one of these small Klein mod boxes along with a small tubing cutter and some wire nuts and things in there, maybe some little zip ties as well. Also had some L keys. I missed those, so he's got those back in the back side with that hammer. Next picture is the flap opened up and flipped over. He's got a little Lowe's Velcro patch on there. Also, he's got the Klein little light with the carabiner, and then he's got some Teflon tape. Looks like maybe a regular bit rail inside of there as well. Next picture is the bag. As far as the flap over, there's all the tools that are in it. We're going to zoom in and check all these out. So just to give you an idea of the TPXL loadout, it does look like the fastback and the little precision driver and all that was actually in the bag and not the UB1B or UBB1 on that left side. So here's a close-up view of the loadout. Again, the next couple pictures, we're going to see all these out, but if you're interested in the TPXL, how would I fit my tools in there? Maybe this will give you a pretty good idea if you want to check that out. So next picture, this is all the tools that's in the bag and then also in the UB1B. So keep that in mind. Basically that meter over there, we'll see what that meter number is here in a minute because he does zoom in. So here is the first picture. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit up here on the top. So that is a Klein. Let's see if I can zoom in a little farther. I see 2000 count. Oh, CL120. So that's an idea on the meter that he's got in that little bucket. So to give you an idea what would fit in there, If you want to look up the specs on that one, compare it to one that you might run, as far as, is mine bigger than that one, smaller than that one, is it going to fit in there? That would give you a pretty good idea on that. Also got that Lufkin tape measure. He's got a knife there, also a Klein demo driver, one of the newer ones with the slotted. He's also got a Phillips and slotted. He's got the Klein little 12-in-1 stubby. Also a little small bit ratchet with the flip socket on there. He's got the glow in the dark on the Lyman pliers, the strippers, and then the needle nose. He's got another pair of diagonals there as well. Let's see, he's got a Klein little pry bar, also some spade bits, 3/4, 1/2 inch pick set, Klein Tools scraper knife. He's also got, let me zoom back in a little, because I know sometimes whenever I zoom in all the way, whenever I go back and watch this, it cuts off the bottom. So he's got a Klein set of bits there in that little rail, also Teflon tape, like a gas tape as well, yellow tape. He's got a pair of Cobras, a lighter, and then a pair of Lexivon adapters for sockets there as well. So the other quadrant over here, we've got the painted black Milwaukee M12, also the JBL speaker. There's his hammer. There's the Vera L keys. He's got the SAE, and then also the metric set as well. 250, so a 10-inch pair of Cobras. He's got either Baco or Snap-on on the, I can't see the name on either one of them. I know they look a lot alike, but on the adjustable wrenches. And so far, I will say those are probably my favorite adjustable wrenches. I've got the Baco. I know the Snap-ons look just like them, but so far, out of all the ones I've used, they are more expensive, but I do really like them. So I would suggest those to anybody who's asking, hey, what adjustable wrench would you recommend? Those are my favorite. The Milwaukee ones that you can pick up at Home Depot, those work fairly well. They're just a lot thicker. And then also the Channel Lock Big AZZ series. Those are pretty good as well. I've got some of those as well. But these are my favorite by far. He's also got a pair of the twin grips, little Lufkin torpedo level. There's his little mod box case, so he's using that kind of like a hardware case. He's got some drywall screws and some little clamps on there as well. And then he's got the 1/4, 5/16, and then also looks like maybe the 8mm, and I can't remember, maybe that's the millimeter on that little flip socket with the light blue and the yellow. I can't remember what the yellow is though. Maybe that's 8mm and 10mm or something like that. And then he's also got a Torx, a square, and a Phillips driver, and I think that's it. I don't think I've missed anything there, but that is the last picture. I didn't take a picture of his name yet, so, but here is the other side. And again, the meter up there is what's in that UB1B or UB1B. I think it's 1B though. And then there's all the tools. So here's all the tools in his TPXL. Again, he shared his bag with us back in episode 65, but he's got some different tools. And then more than anything, it's that little bucket right there. And I know a lot of you have been interested in the buckets, so I wanted to make sure and share this with you. So we're going back through the bag. Here's the outside. Again, good idea to add a patch on the side. But there is the right-hand side right there. There is the left-hand side with the UB1B, how it hangs on the Veto TPXL, what he's got fit in it. And then here is that first picture from the front side. But that's Eddie Fisher's new loadout for the reload of episode 110. Again, same bag, TPXL Camo Edition. The new thing is mostly that UB1B that I know a lot of you have been talking about those buckets. Which size should I get? Which size do I want? That gives you an idea. He basically is fitting a meter in his, using it kind of like a little side pouch, and then clipping some things on the outside of it as well. So if you wanted maybe an add-on to your bag, maybe that's the right size. If you want to carry one independently by itself and maybe have enough tools in it to do some work, maybe you need to step up to the 2B or the 3B if you want to do that. So again, hopefully that's helpful to you guys. If you've got questions for him about the bucket, put it in the comment section below. Maybe he'll help and answer those out. As always, I hope this video was interesting in some way. You guys stay safe, have a blessed day, and I'll see you on the next video.